Good morning.
Morning.
Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Roya and I'm a painter.
And how long have you been doing this for?
I've been drawing for around, I would say, maybe 6 or 7 years, and I've been painting for around 5 years, maybe approximately. I'm not 100% sure about the time, but around that.
Why do you do this kind of painting?
I do this kind of painting because uh, it, uh, it's supposed to result as if it's tend to be representational, but it's not the first priority. You're just trying to see it as a bunch of visual elements, and it doesn't matter if it's a person, if it's a chair, if it's a landscape. It doesn't matter what it is. You're just thinking about it in a unbiased manner without labeling it, and you're trying to capture the right visual elements, so it absolutely helps you to cope with the uncertainty on life. So life is like, only certain thing that we can say about it is the fact that it's uncertain. So by the same logic, you can think of it as, you see it as a bunch of things that could be captured correctly. If they being captured correctly, they're gonna end up to a cohesive whole, not a disentangled part. So that's why I'm trying to see it as a bunch of visual elements I captured correctly and put my effort into the part that I do have control about.
So, what is the biggest challenge for you as an artist?
The biggest challenge, I would say, it's you really do this because if life was easy, there wasn't any need for such a thing as art to begin with. So the challenge would be, the same way that you grow as a person, the same thing's gonna be mirrored in your work, whatever that is. So it's a thing that you face yourself in your lowest and your highest. The thing itself would make sense in the spectrum of the feelings and circumstances that you go through in life. So you need something to ground you at the moment that nothing seems to be working, in the moment that you really do not see anything beyond that challenge that you are in, something that you can hold on to that is truthfully yours, that you can trust yourself by putting brush into canvas and capturing that one faithful brush stroke. It gives you just enough to cope with whatever challenge you're facing. And the important thing is, the thing itself is challenging enough to sustain you. So it's a kind of sustenance that you need.
Thank you very much for honoring our interview, Roya. It's been really nice talking to you.
Thank you.